Hello everyone, welcome to Student Fund Manager. I am Tuhit Shubro Sardar and it's great to see you here. Today we are going to discuss about the steel industry in India. So let's dive into it. So in this video, at first we are going to have a look at the overall steel industry in India, and then we will understand how the steel market is, uh, for example, consumption, demand, import, export, etc. Then we are going to have a look at JSW Steel, and we are going to decide whether we will hold this or sell this stock. And then I will be sharing with you some other informations that I have learned. Looking at the industry, India is the second largest crude steel exporter in the world, and it comes in second place to China. However, there is a huge gap in production as China produces roughly 53%, whereas India produces only about 6%. And when we talk about iron, which is used in the production of steel, we can see that India is the largest producer of sponge iron. And speaking domestically, in India, there are three major players in steel production. First comes Tata Steel with 33 million tons per annum production capacity. In second place comes SAIL with 21 million tons per annum. And in third position comes JSW Steel with roughly 18 million tons per annum. Now, worldwide, when we consider the demand of steel per capita, which means per head, the average in the world is 227.5 kgs per capita. In first place comes South Korea with 954.9 kgs. Taiwan consumes 777 kgs per head. China consumes 691.3, followed by Russia with 291.4 kgs, then the European Union with 273.9 kgs, then the United States with 241.8 kgs, and when we talk about India, we can see that we consume 64.2 kgs per head. So there is a lot of infrastructure to be built around here. And now we come to net exports and imports. This data is of 2020. In first place comes Russia with 26.4 million ton exports in the year 2020. In second place comes Japan with 24.8 mt. In third comes South Korea with 16.1 mt. In fourth place comes Ukraine with 13.9 mt. In fifth place comes China with 13.5 mt. And in sixth place comes India with 12.1 mt. And when we talk about imports, we can see that the United States is the largest importer of steel and it imported around 13.6 million tons in 2020. In second place came Thailand with 11.9 million tons. In third place, European Union with 10 million tons. Then Philippines in fourth position with 6.6 million tons. Then Vietnam with 6 million tons and followed by Saudi Arabia with 5.7 million tons. Now, when we take a look at how the steel production growth rate has been for India, China, and the world as a whole, we can see that the growth rate in production has been very good for India, and it is growing at a faster pace compared to China as well as the world as a whole. But when we take a look at the overall production curve from the year 2010 to 2021, we see a different picture. As we can see, we haven't been producing nearly as much compared to the total production in the world as well as the production of China. Now, coming to the domestic consumption of steel in India, 40% of steel is consumed by building and construction industry, 30% is consumed by infrastructure, 20% is consumed by engineering and packaging industry, whereas 10% is consumed by the automobiles industry. So coming to the JSW Steel stock, we can examine how the stock performed compared to the benchmark index Nifty 50. And compared to the overall market and other industries, this has not given a very good return. And the holding period return for last 1 year was 20.17% negative. And the beta for this stock is 1.29%. I have found this data from Money Control because the data I found for last 1 year gave me a return of negative 4 beta. This is mainly because of the market performance and volatility. So by 1.29 beta, what we can figure out is this stocks moves faster than the market, and by a glimpse of the PB ratio, this looks fine to me. We have held this stock from 9th May and we have faced a negative return of 16.15%. Now the reason for this underperformance is fueled by many factors, such as the hike in export duty by the government to increase domestic supply of steel. And since most of these companies are exporting around 20% of their production abroad, this makes sense that their profit margin has come down. And in my opinion, I think the export of steel will pick up soon. And apart from the duty hike, we know that the Indian market has experienced weak market sentiment for the last 1 year. And this is also caused by the Russo-Ukrainian war, which is going on. So those were the few points for the steel industry in India. And in next episode, we are going to cover the NISM Series 15 research analyst. And after that, we are going to take a look at the profit margin of various industries in India. And we are going to do an in-depth analysis on them. And in the next video, I will be sharing more details on them. Until next time, thank you so much for watching. Take care.